Hello, my name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89, VA Claims Consultant, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. Today I'm bringing you another educational video as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process. But before we get into today's video, I would like to wish everyone a happy new year, and I hope this new year is starting out for you on a positive note. I'm going to continue to bring more educational videos as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And don't forget, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget about my monthly Veterans Roundtable I have every third Thursday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to sign up for the event. You can find it listed on my website, which is in the description section. And this month, we're going to have a guest speaker, and she's going to be talking about VA home loans. Okay? I know this topic is outside of the VA disability claims process, but nonetheless, a lot of veterans have questions about the home loan process. So if you have questions about that, make sure you sign up. So today's video. Today I'm going to be discussing the difference between severing service connection and reducing service connection. A lot of veterans get those confused, okay? So I'm going to try and simplify it for you today. And then I'm going to give you, towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you some examples. But as in all my videos, I have slides. I got 2 slides today from the 38 CFR as it pertains to severing service connection and reducing service connection. Okay, so slide number 1. Here in slide number 1, you can see, the 38 CFR 3.105 revision of decisions and sub-item D. Okay, so if you were to go to this particular 38 CFR, subpart D, it's talking about severance of service connection. I'm not going to read the entire 38 CFR, but also keep in mind there's other sections to this 38 CFR. I just pulled out this one, and the area that I'm going to be talking about is highlighted in red. Okay, so when severance of service connection is considered warranted, a rating proposal severance will be prepared, setting forth all material facts and reasons. The claimant will be notified at his or her latest address of record of the contemplated action and furnish detailed reasons, therefore, and will be given 60 days for the presentation of additional evidence to show that service connection should be maintained. Okay, so it sounds confusing, but I'm going to clarify that for you. But before I clarify it, I'm going to read it again. Okay, now understand VA regulations, references, they change. You have the 38 CFR. So if you ever find yourself in this particular situation, you can go to this particular 38 CFR, read through it, and start your research there, okay? So I'm going to read it again. When severance of service connection is considered warranted, a rating proposal severance will be prepared, setting forth all material facts and reasons. The claimant will be notified at his or her latest address of record of the contemplated action and furnish detailed reasons, therefore, and will be given 60 days for the preparation of additional evidence to show that service connection should be maintained. So let me break that down for you, okay? Severing service connection. What that means is if the VA, just give an example, if the VA service connected you for PTSD, let's just say at 30%, and then for whatever reason, they find out that, oh, wait a minute, we shouldn't have granted that benefit. Or let's just say, yeah, we'll keep it at that. They shouldn't have granted that particular benefit. Then they will do a proposal to sever. So you'll receive a rating decision basically stating we're proposing to sever your service connection for PTSD. And like in the 38 CFR, they have to give you reasons as to why. Now you may be asking yourself, well, why would they do that? Well, every month, the quality department within the VA pulls X amount of ratings that the veteran does. I'm sorry, not the veteran, but the adjudicator, the RBSR, that they complete for the veteran, okay? And they review those to see, make sure, the effective date is right, that the effective date is right, the percentage is right, and that the condition should have been service-connected, and other reasons as well, okay? That could be one way that they catch it. Well, maybe down the road, the veteran comes back in for something else, or increase in the PTSD, or they come in for something else, and for some reason, the adjudicator may have to go back and look at that rating decision and rating the code sheet and find out, oh, wait a minute, we never should have granted this benefit in the first place. So now we have to propose to sever service connection, okay? So it's not that you come in for something new and the VA is going to always go back and look at something, all right? But you should know as the veteran that you are entitled to that particular benefit, okay? So you want to make sure that you're doing things the right way so they don't come back and propose to sever, all right? But if you find yourself in that predicament, you're going to get a rating decision proposing to sever service connection. And also in the 38 CFR, it's stated a time period, okay? So when you get that rating packet, it's going to have two documents. It's going to have the notification letter and it's going to have the rating decision, okay? And more in both instances, it should have the time period of when you have to respond as to why, or evidence as to why you shouldn't, they should not sever. In this case, it says 60 days, but in that notification letter, it's going to give you, okay, it's going to give you more information on a time period of what your options are. And the rating decision is going to do it 60 days out, basically saying, hey, if you don't do anything, 60 days, we're going to come back, and this is the action that we're going to take. And that action is severing it and taking it away. Or it could be for a particular percentage, all right? So, told you I had two slides. Slide number 2. Here in slide number 2, you see the same 38 CFR, but subpart E, okay? So it's in the same regulation, but a different section, okay? And this section is reduction in evaluation, okay? So what does it mean? Where the reduction in evaluation of service-connected disability or employability status is considered warranted and the lower evaluation will result in a reduction, okay? Now, I'm not going to go through and I'm not going to read all of it, so I'm going to read what I have highlighted in red again. Where the reduction in evaluation of a service-connected disability or employability status is considered warranted, and the lower evaluation will result in a reduction. Okay, so reductions. You don't see reductions a lot, but they do happen, okay? So in this particular situation, they're talking about a reduction in compensation, all right? So for example, let's just say you're 50% for PTSD and you're also service-connected for some other items, okay? And they do a proposal to reduce, all right? They do a proposal to reduce that PTSD from 50 to, let's say, 30, and it's going to change your overall evaluation. You're going to go from 90% to 80%, and these are just hypotheticals, examples, okay? So then they have to send you a letter. They have to send you a letter saying, we're doing a proposal to reduce this particular benefit. All right. You have a certain amount of time, again, to take action, to provide evidence or testimony or whatever to show that you should not be reduced. Now, let's talk about some examples of when this happens, okay? And again, I tell veterans, you have to be educated not only on this process, but how this process can impact what you're doing, okay? So one example, the veterans, let's say service-connected, 50% PTSD, files a claim for increase. The vet goes in for a C&P exam. On that exam, it shows that the condition has improved and that 50% is not protected. And now there's evidence showing improvement. And that lower percentage is going to lower your overall percentage. So the new percentage for PTSD is going to affect your overall percentage. So they're going to have to do a proposal to reduce benefits. That's going to be a reduction, okay? That's one example. Another example, a veteran files a claim for increase and they submit a DBQ and they don't know how to read that DBQ from their own private doctor, and that DBQ shows improvement and they send it to the VA. Now you just gave them evidence that showed improvement to reduce you if that percentage is not protected, okay? All right, so those some examples. So let's do a short recap. Severing service connection. Severing service connection, they're taking the whole thing away. The service connected for the condition, the percentage, they're taking everything away. Now, there could be an example where they're severing a particular percentage. And here's a quick example. A veteran service-connected for a right knee condition. I've used this example before. Service-connected for a right knee condition. They have orthoscopic knee surgery, not a knee replacement, but just basically a knee scope. The veteran submits an increase. The VA, in turn, the adjudicator, grants service connection for a knee replacement. And the diagnostic code changes. They give the veteran temporary 100% for X amount of months. And then after that's over, expired, then they reduce the veteran down to 30%. Okay? Nothing is said. The veteran comes back in, left knee secondary to the right knee. And on that exam, the adjudicator notes, wait a minute, the doctor said there's no knee replacement for either knee. The adjudicator goes back to the previous rating decision. Yep, they granted knee replacement, but there's no operative report showing a knee replacement, but there is operative report showing orthoscopic. Okay? So then, since the veteran did not have a total knee replacement in that right knee, the VA has to sever service connection, not for the knee condition, but for the diagnostic code for a knee replacement, which means that veteran will no longer obtain or retain 30% for the knee replacement after they've been reduced after the temporary 100%, but they're going to sever that and reduce the veteran back down to 10%. So in that example, they're severing the service connection for the knee replacement, but they're still keeping the service connection for the actual original knee condition. If that makes sense. So they're severing the diagnostic code for the knee replacement, but the veteran is still entitled to service connection for the right knee. That's just another example of severing service connection. Okay. Now, a reduction in compensation. You're at one percentage, and for whatever reason, whether it be from the veteran coming in for increase, there could be a multitude of reasons. Now they're going to reduce from a certain percentage that the veteran is at to a lower percentage, okay? But in either case, they have to give you due process, and that due process is notifying you and giving you a certain amount of time to react to it. Okay? So, with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Do not forget about my bi-weekly YouTube live VA claims Q&A sessions and my Veterans Roundtable every third Thursday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I look forward to seeing you in one of those events. Thank you.